Alright, what is up? What is good? We are 3 days late, but we're finally reading One Piece. I was a little sick for a while. Did not have the energy to make videos. We'll see if we can get through this one without me needing to blow my nose and getting all stuffed up and stuff. But I'm very excited to read this because not only was I excited to see, the developments of the latest chapter, Rocks getting demonified by Emu, all sorts of horrible, tragic, intense stuff going down. But now that I see that this chapter title, Davy Blood, could in fact be revealing like really significant, deep lore of the series to us, I'm even more pumped. Here we see a little Alice in Wonderland shtick going on. Perona is chasing a rabbit with a watch. Of course, Alice in Wonderland starts with her chasing what's that rabbit called? I don't know, some rabbit, the hare of some sort, and stumbling into Wonderland. She, of course, is after this rabbit because it reminds her of Dracul Mihawk. I like that her little ghosts have bunny ears, too. That's adorable. Very funny one, very silly one. Looks like it's taking place in Whole Cake Island or something, just by the general background and vibes. But let's get into the chapter. Okay, so Rocks, their attacks, which again are like the mightiest attacks we've seen in the entire series. The most damage ever inflicted in one panel, the highest damage pop-up number. But it does nothing to the spider. All of them are at a loss as they see it regenerate. Rocks is being converted. Don't downplay the power of humanity, monster. Another close-up of Emu's eye, which kind of looks like Makima's eye now that I think about it. Is Emu Makima? Oh my god, dude. Theory alert? Theory crafted? Davy D. Jones was once the king of the world. Ooh. So half demonified. He still makes this claim. He still rebels. Very cool. Extremely intriguing statement. Was once king of the world. So I think again it's like, yeah, like the grievance between Mu and Davy, Emu mentions. So it's like these were the two conflicting ruling forces since time immemorial, and that Nika was like a third pillar of freedom, a third way. Neither one of these warring, ruling emperors, but someone that represented joy and anarchy and freedom, I think is what's going on here. Why are you so panicked over something as trivial as the Davy name? It's kept you terrified for years, hasn't it? The thought that Davy's will might be passed down and that one day will come for you to fulfill the promise. Now, I mean, Davy could also be D. This could be the will of D right now. Is just exposed to us. But I feel like, I don't know, like I think, like, okay, I think that could be true. We could just have gotten the answer to the will of D, which, has been a big mystery throughout the entire series. This inherited initial. But it's Davy D. Jones. So, what's that other D stand for? I don't know. I don't think that's it. There's still more at play here. And there's definitely, like, two things going on. Like, it's not just that there's one rebellious force against the world government and Emu and everything. There's definitely, like, a Nika faction and a Davy faction. Like, there's multiple cursed bloodlines that they're trying to eliminate. I don't think that everything is going to get wrapped up together like that. But still, Davy's will. Davy D. Jones. What's more frightening to you, Davy D. Jones or Joy Boy? Okay, there we go. There it is. Laid out. They're different things. It's two things that both stand oppositional to Emu and everything. Cease thy dreaming. Their kind will never be seen again once I have eradicated thee. Found excellent service to serve Mu, Davy. Gigantic, harmless, and conflicted. Ah. So now remember the giants? Remember that this whole arc is actually about giants? So they bring back this idea that the giants are going to be the main fighting force of Emu's army. Davy, of course, Rox is offended by this. A willing puppet of a king will never come along twice. Stop wasting time and bring an end to the dream of Davy. Rox smashes down. You can feel his consciousness fading. I'm going to disappear. I love Big Mom's sword chuckling away this whole time. It's giddy. It doesn't understand. It just wants to swing around and fight. End Davy by thy own hand. Erase all life that was involved in God Valley. Rox grows with demonification. And then, yeah, Insane smashes Kaido into the rock face. I don't understand why they don't get what's happening here. Clearly, something happened to him. He's a giant winged demon man now. Turning on your own people. Big Mom dispatched as well. Whitebeard, the only one that can really stand up to him. Awesome attacks here. Overwhelming conveyance of strength. The entire one side of God Valley is severed. Starts crashing down. Nice. Awesome scene. Rox runs off trying to find his wife and child. In a cruel twist of fate, he was trying to find them before, but to save them. Now he's trying to find them to kill them because he's possessed with demonic energy. Very good. Trying to evacuate all the celestial dragons here. Raleigh trying to escape with Shaki. Trying to haul off all the treasure. So much chaos unfolding in so many directions. I like it. I like the instance of the mountain following. It's a good kind of focal point. They need to balance chaotic scenes happening all over the place with developments like that impact everyone and kind of sync everyone up in terms of what are they reacting to, what are they trying to avoid. Okay. Kuma, who's going around trying to warp people away with the pawpaw fruit, which he just acquired. This is probably where he encounters Dragon. Shiki also stuck. John stuck. She trying to escape. All forces to the yeah, this is all these little slices. Very, very good. Just setting the stage of this constant chaos. Okay. So Blackbeard's mom, instantly understands what's happening. The Rox has been possessed. Understanding that this means that he's lost. Had to face off in order to save us, but it was too early, wasn't it? Jump into this. We just have to swim. Whatever it takes to keep the Davy blood alive. You have to survive no matter what it takes. Got it. Fired on by battleships. Saved by Kuma. Kuma jumps out. Manages to swat away Blackbeard and his mom unclear where he sent them to. We know eventually that Blackbeard ends up with Whitebeard, of course, and that he was a kid when all of that happens. But then we got a little excerpt of Blackbeard when he was like younger than when we see him with Whitebeard's crew, where he's in the SBS, you know, let's see all the Chichibukai when they were kids. So it looks like he has like an adventure and he struggles and he suffers before joining up with Whitebeard. Then of course there's all sorts of other mysteries. Doesn't sleep, all sorts of weird stuff. But this isn't the Blackbeard flashback. Turned out to be the Xebec flashback. Turned out to be any number of other flashbacks, but I don't think we're going to see the full story of Blackbeard here. He gets warped off the island. That's kind of what matters. And then somehow he ends up with Whitebeard. Okay. Now, Emu here is observing all of this. It seems like they have the ability to, like, view at a distance. But they seem oddly okay with Blackbeard's wife and son, or Rox's wife and son, with Blackbeard and his mom getting warped off the island. Are they unaware of that? They're just cheering for Rox to continue? Unaware that they made their escape? There's no time, though. You hurry! How many are still on the island? Okay. So here we see these two major forces, Garp and Roger. We know this is the famous incident where Garp and Roger team up to battle Rox. Of course, we didn't realize until now that it was this demonic evil Rox. So it's like, this is setting up that they're going to stay behind. They're going to continue fighting. All this horrific footage of Rox rampaging and fighting. Squaring off now against Roger and Garp. Able to convey telekinetically, help me, just kill me. Alright. Okay, that's it. Good stuff. Not a whole lot to say. Pretty action-packed chapter. They kept it moving. Some revelations on the nature of Davy Jones. You know, nothing too shocking, but just kind of building the intrigue, of course. Making it clear that any number of things can be revealed in the scope of this arc about these kind of fundamental forces of the lore of the series. I don't know, good stuff. I think the most confusing thing, though, is that Emu doesn't realize that Blackbeard got away. Unclear. Oh yeah, and here we see them running off with the treasure chest that contains Shanks. I didn't even notice that. The ZZZ coming out of the treasure chest. A lot of stuff going on. Crazy arc. And don't forget, this is about King Harold and the Giants. This is about Loki. This is part of the Elbaf arc. We're going to get back to that eventually. Alright, that's all for now. I'll see you... I think it's on break this week, so I'll see you in like 10 days. Bye-bye.